Derek Fox back to Jeff Grayson, to Derek Fox there to Glenn Bull through the gap there. Beautiful run by the Rovers, number 15, being tackled there by Phil Blake. Derek Fox with the ball now to Jeff Grayson there to number 2, Paul Newlove gets his out to one back. Beautiful try that by the youngster, just pushed Desi Drummond off there, and Robert Turner coming to tackle him, just sidestepped inside him to plant the ball over that Warrington try line. Beautiful substitute there. John Nicholas with the ball now to Derek Fox there to Keith Bell, long ball out there to Alan Banks, now off again for the Rovers, to Alan Banks there going towards that try line side, number 5 there, Paul Newlove going for that try line, Paul Newlove scores another fantastic try for Featherstone Rovers. Few minutes of this first half, Keith Bell with the ball now, Keith Bell on ball out there to Jeff Grace, to Derek Fox there, that little kick through, Paul Newlove ready for that ball, Paul Newlove scores a fantastic try. Beautiful, quick thinking there by Derek Fox, so the Halifax covered up, and Paul Newlove there going after that ball like an express train. Still about 15-20 yards short of that one-slip try line. Derek Fox with that little kick through, with Paul Newlove trying to follow that kick up. Paul Newlove there scores the try. 10 Andrew Marston. So it's Keith Bell about 15 yards short of that unslip try line. Graham Stemmer, that little kick through, it's all on. Graham Stemmer picks that ball to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove goes in for his second try. As I said, he was a bit groggy about 2 minutes ago. It didn't take him long to shake it off. And Trevor Clark inside there to Peter Smith going down the middle, but Phil McKenzie hanging onto his legs. Number 11 Mike O'Neill on top. So it's Trevor Clark still. Rovers losing by 12 points to 0, but Graham Stem with the ball now to Alan Banks back inside there, Alan Banks, beautiful dummy by Alan Banks there, back inside there's the ball, Newlove. That was absolutely magic play that by Alan Banks. Absolutely brilliant play by the Rovers centre. He took a determined run down the middle of the park. This is better stuff from Featherstone Rovers. Derek Fox now to Peter Smith back inside, Peter Smith there, he's got John Bastian there's the Paul Newlove scores a try. What more can you say about that? Peter Smith made the initial break, John Bastian. It's all on Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark. This is better play by Featherstone Rovers, referee wiping them tackles off, a Leeds man touched the ball. So it's Graham Stemmer from acting half back, Graham Stemmer there to number 8, Jeff Grayson there's Paul Newlove coming back inside. Got tackled that by Andrew Ettenhausen, but Paul Newlove scores a try! Paul Newlove scores a fantastic try for Featherstone Rovers. There, Cliff Lyons. Trevor Clark with the ball now, Trevor Clark with the blind side, inside there to Jeff Grayson there to Paul Newlove scores another try for Featherstone Rovers. I'm not going to say fantastic this time, but that was absolutely brilliant. So it's Trevor Clark now, dummy him first to his left, then to his right, but beautiful tackle there by number 6, Robert Grogran. It's about half an hour gone in this half now. It's Paul Newlove with the ball, Paul Newlove going down the middle, Paul Newlove dancing back inside. Beautiful strong run this by Paul Newlove all the way, Paul Newlove going for the try, Paul Newlove going to score a fantastic try for Phil. Have anybody seen a try like that ever in all your life? That was absolutely out of the top drawer. Featherstone Rovers there pinching the ball in the tackle, so Featherstone Rovers pressure once more on this St Helens line. So it's Derek Fox with the ball, Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark back inside there to Paul Newlove, and Paul Newlove scores a try! Pair of hands straight across that line, I'm sure Featherstone Rovers will open them up, so it's number 4, Paul Newlove scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Made it look all so easy. He Fox that short ball out there to Carl Allison going down the middle, Carl Allison there to Ian Smales coming off his wing to get that ball. So Derek Fox now with the ball, Derek Fox got Paul Newlove outside him, Derek Fox still going to Paul Newlove there, Paul Newlove coming back inside, Paul Newlove there taking the ball back on, Paul Newlove still going for that try line, and once again we've seen another spectacular try by Paul Newlove. Oldham 26, Featherstone Rovers 12. So it's Trevor Clark now, coming across field there to Paul Newlove taking the defence on, Paul Newlove throwing the gap, Paul Newlove on a long run, Paul Newlove taking number 2 on, Lord, Paul Newlove still going, taking Duncan Platt on, oh what a try by Paul Newlove, well that's absolutely brilliant try by the Rovers number 4. And this crowd really rising to its feet.
Graham Stedman Newlove, oh Newlove is there, Newlove is in! What a fine try for Paul Newlove. His dad would be proud of him, those supporters are proud of him. And a brilliant time to get his 16th try in his first season of professional rugby league.
Well, they just got over, but Steadman...
Now to Derek Fox looking for runners now to Peter Smith trying to come down the middle. Peter Smith back there to Derek Fox.
Bloody hell, flyer!
Roy Southernwood there making the tackle straight round the head again. So it's Graham Stemmer going from acting half-back. Graham Stemmer back inside there to Trevor Clark. Trevor Clark through the gap. Trevor Clark is he going to go all the way to Paul Newlove. Oh, what a try! Absolutely brilliant try that. Oh, that was one for the textbooks, was that. Referee says play on. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox there to Carl Harrison. Harrison back there to Derek Fox there to Jeff Grayson there to Peter Smith there to Alan Banks there to Paul Newlove going back inside. Paul Newlove scores a try. Oh, doesn't he make it look all so easy? But I must say that
back now just outside the Warrington 25, Derek Fox to feed. Rovers needing to do something here. Here's Alan Banks takes the ball out wide to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove turns inside, he's going for the post. Paul Newlove's going to score. What a try by Paul Newlove. That was absolutely brilliant. Superb try by the youngsters. Wrong-footed, 3 defenders there as he turned inside.
Still going, it's all on. Paul Newlove with the ball. Paul Newlove! Oh, get in, lad! Superb try to Paul Newlove. Oh, it's Derek Fox with... But 2 men in red and white shirts in the way they Peter apart, making the tackle, so it's Trevor Clark. They're throwing that ball out there to number 1, Chris Bibb there to Peter Smith to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove taking the ball back on. Paul Newlove going for the try. Oh, what a try by Paul Newlove. Oh, show me that line and I'll go, he says. And he just went by Chris Johnson there, as if Chris Johnson was cemented in concrete. So it's Derek Fox there, long ball out there to number 4, Paul Newlove throwing the ball. Look at pace from Paul Newlove. That's his 2nd try of the match. So it's Jeff Grayson now taking the defence on there to Derek Fox, that big ball there to Peter Smith, there to Paul Newlove, there to Paul Newlove goes for that corner flag, Paul Newlove scores his hat-trick. Paul Newlove hat-trick this afternoon. Oh now Derek Fox there to Trevor Clark trying to come down the middle, just couldn't get that one out and pass out though to Chris Bibb. So it's Derek Fox from acting half-back now there to Alan Banks there now to number 13, Glenn Bull got Paul Newlove will make it this all so easy, scores the try. That will go play. So it's Moses, that little kick through, but Derek Fox bobbing up behind there, that long ball out there to Chris Bibb, and Chris Bibb, there's a gap here down the middle. Oh, that's beautiful tackle, but Chris Bibb gets up, keeps on running, good ball there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove on a flyer here, catch me if you can, there's nobody to catch Paul Newlove. Oh, that was one for the copybooks. And once it tells Peter Smith there, back there, but once again Castleford moving up very quickly indeed. So it's Chris Bibb now, there trying to dummy his way through to Barry Drummond. Barry Drummond there kicking the ball through, it's all on, Barry Drummond after that ball. Barry Drummond, can he just play that ball on, then Paul Newlove scores the try! Paul Newlove scores the opportunity try for Featherstone Rovers. Brilliant play that by Barry Drummond. Derek Fox back inside there to Gary Price. And you just think there, that was another chance missed there for Featherstone Rovers. So it's Trevor Clark with the ball now there to Derek Fox going for that try line, and Paul Newlove scores the try! Paul Newlove onto that ball like a wisp of a whippet. Well, that's good tackling by Castleford. It's Lee Whiteley from acting half-back now there to Derek Fox, that big up and under, it's all on, who's underneath this ball, who's going to jump for it, and it's a bad mistake, and no, Newlove, oh, Paul Newlove, oh, get it, Paul, oh, Paul Newlove scores the equalising try for Featherstone Rovers. Steve Hillarder there, jump for that ball, and Steve Hillarder for once in this match made a right mess of it. But too many red and white shirts in the way that time. Now it's Timmy Sharp now from acting half-back, but to Derek Fox. Derek Fox, that long ball out there, it's all on to Barry Drummond. Barry Drummond there, it's all on. Barry Drummond, it's all on. Paul Newlove scores the try. Paul Newlove scored the try for Featherstone Rovers. Formed, it's out to Featherstone Rovers. Derek Fox with the ball now there to Alan Banks. Alan Banks there to Timmy Sharp. Timmy Sharp back inside there to Eva Party. That's better now to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove taking the ball. Paul Newlove going for that try line. Paul Newlove still going. Oh, this is one for the Bucks. Oh, absolutely magic stuff there by Paul Newlove. Shoulder clip in the gantry here. Well above the crowd here, Lennon Roll. It's a marvellous gallantry. Number 3 there. Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove. Oh, what a start by Featherstone Rovers. Paul Newlove there said to Derek Fox, give me that ball, Derek, and I'll score with the first touch of the ball. And Derek Fox says, go on, Paul, show your faces. And they're trying to make the extra man up that left-hand side, touchline side. And it's interception there, and who's intercepted it? Oh, reminiscence of his dad there. Paul Newlove streaking away. Plants the ball over the whitewash there for his second time of the match.
Again, they look to Fox and Gratian. Fox again, now the kick is a good one, and Newlove is in. What an excellent try. And this time, Derek Fox's little kick does catch them napping.
Jeff Gratian tackle, he's just short of that try line. So it's all on. Timmy Sharp kicking it on. Oh, it's a try! It's a try there to Paul Newlove. Bad mistake there by, I think it was Gary Mercer there. Timmy Sharp there just kicked that ball on with his left foot. And I just couldn't see who it was. I think it was number 3 there. Gary Mercer seemed to have his hand on the ball. He lost the ball over the try line. Who was there? That best of poaching in the rugby league there. Number 3, Paul Newlove, to put his hand on that ball over the try. That brilliant break in that very first minute set the try up there for Gary Rose to score. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Gary Rose, Derek Fox, that quick ball there. Paul Newlove to that ball. Paul Newlove there. Has he got the ball? Has he scored the try? Paul Newlove scored the try. Colin Morris there. Alan Tate there. Tackle Paul Newlove. And Paul Newlove there. Alan Tate rolled him over there with the ball. Tim Sharp, that long ball out there now to Chris Burton. Chris Burton there to Terry Manning there to Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes having to turn back inside, getting that ball up there for Gary Rose. Gary Rose there, that's good play by Rovers. But once again, Wigan looking offside of that and play the balls, but referee says play on. So it's Tim Sharp with the ball now. Tim Sharp there taking this wing defence on. It's all on Paul Newlove after that ball. Paul Newlove scored the try. Paul Newlove scored the try. He gives the try to Paul Newlove. And Wigan slow there to react from that little chip throw, I think it was by Tim Sharp. Oh, was it Key? I just couldn't see who kicked the ball. I think it was Tim Sharp kicked that ball through.
Oh, there must be a try for Featherstone, surely, if they can get this ball away. Manning again, and Bradford continue to hold them. But Newlove makes it over in the corner, and the referee looks and points, and Newlove has the first try of the match for Featherstone. Paul Newlove, 21 tries, and that could be very, very important.
And that was marvellous passing along the Featherstone trial, from the Featherstone three-quarters and forwards there. Multiplying in numbers is John. They're going to be shorter one, so it's Leo Casey down the middle. Leo Casey on the chart. And look at this pace on Leo Casey for the front row. Oh, he's got his pass out there to Paul Hughes. That's good play back. And Paul Hughes to Derek Fox. And Derek Fox there to Paul Newlove. And Paul Newlove. Oh, marvellous try. First match for in the blue and white. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now there to Trevor Clark. To Ian Smails. Ian Smails now to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove there taking Graham Allison. Paul Newlove flying up this way. Paul Newlove going for that corner flag. Paul Newlove scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Unbelievable try by Paul Newlove. Now it's Leo Casey. Tackled just about 10 yards short of that Sheffield Eagles try line. Trevor Clark with the ball now, back inside there to Ikram Butt there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox trying to push players out of the way. Who scored the try to Featherstone Rovers? Paul Newlove scores the try for Featherstone. There to Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Martin Pearce there to Trevor Clark there looking for his wingman. That's good play that by Martin Pearson, Trevor Clark. So it's Tim Sharp there, that big kick, and Paul Newlove after that ball. Paul Newlove's going to bet this ball is. Paul Newlove scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Something once again out of nothing. With the ball now, Derek Fox, that little jinky kick, marvellous kick that by Derek Fox. Oh, and Paul Newlove, this is easy. Paul Newlove scores the try for Featherstone Rovers. Well, everybody thought that Derek Fox was kicking towards his touchline side, but what nobody saw, which I saw up here in the gantry, it held Paul Newlove there to hang back, and I could see Paul Newlove there just behind Derek there. John Clancy across there, makes the catching just inside of that touchline side. Chris Bibb there trying to go down the middle. Chris Bibb there on the runner. Chris Bibb there trying to go slow there to Terry Manning there trying to get that ball out there to Ikram, but that's good play by Featherstone Rovers that time. Now it's Trevor Clark with the ball now there to Derek Fox there to Jeff Crakes there to Gary Rose there to Paul Newlove skating in for Rovers' first try. To throw this ball out there to Derek Fox halfway through the gap. So it's Trevor Clark now there from acting half back there to Gary Rose there now to Brendan Toter, that little dummy, Brendan Toter going for that corner flag, Brendan Toter cutting back inside, Brendan Toter still going. This is a good try once again to Paul Newlove between the posts. Brendan Toter there made the break. Gary Rose there trying to find his way through this Rochdale defence, but there's no room up the middle. They must throw this ball out wide. Brendan Toter there switching direction, getting that ball out wide there to Paul Newlove there trying to get the ball back inside there. This is a good play to Brendan Toter there to Paul Newlove. Oh, what a delightful try. Brendan Toter in the movement twice there.
Along the line, it's Newlove now. He's got Simpson alongside him, but the tackle strong from Maiko. Toter just holding on, but it might have kidded the opposition, and Newlove is going to get in at the corner. Paul Newlove's there. Down to sheer strength from the centre.
Will Bradford Northern tacklers off. Terry Manning with the ball now there. Featherstone Rovers trying to get that ball up. Will Bradford Northern getting back in numbers. In defence now, Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now there to Leo Casey there now there to Paul Newlove. Oh, what a try that to Paul Newlove. Black points. So John Pendlebury trying to get that ball out wide now to Bob Grogan. Oh, that's an intersection once again to Paul Newlove there. Will Paul Newlove go all the way? Well, I think he will. Paul Newlove there going all the way. Roger Simpson, Jello Cole after him. Roger Simpson there. Paul Newlove tries the ball there. Scores the try at the side of the post. Well, Paul Newlove there had a bad attack there of the 3 P's. Power, pace and perpetual motion that time in that movement. In half back. Being tackled there by Steve McCurry. So Derek Fox with the ball now there to Ian Smales there, back inside there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove on a flyer. Paul Newlove taking John Devereux. Oh, John Devereux can't get near him. Oh, Paul Newlove going all the way. What a try to Paul Newlove. That was absolutely marvellous try that to Paul Newlove. Absolutely brilliant try. He tiptoed down that wing there like, well, I can say a ballet dancer, Nurev. With a gem on the ball, it's an interception. Oh, Paul Newlove's got the ball, and it's Paul Newlove going to go all the way. Paul Newlove still going. Paul Newlove going all the way for Featherstone Rovers. Halifax 0. And listen to this, you supporters at home. Featherstone Rovers 10. He made the tackle. So it's Chris Bibb now there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there being tackled just about on the halfway line. That's good tackling that by number 8 there, Chico Jackson. So it's Derek Fox with the ball now. Derek Fox now there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there going through it. Chris Bibb on the run here. Chris Bibb there out to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove going away from the defence. Paul Newlove scores the try. Brilliantly made there by them two stars of today, stars of tomorrow, stars of yesterday. Chris Bibb started the move and Paul Newlove finished it. And Harry Price. Now it's Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher there now to Derek Fox, and Derek Fox there dropping the ball, but referee says play on. So it's all on now. There to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb there trying to get that ball in for Paul Newlove. Well, how did Paul Newlove take that? So he crumbled with the ball now there to Trevor Clark now there to Derek Fox, that long ball out there to Brendan Toulton now to Andy Fisher streaming over that try line. Why did he pass the ball out there to Paul Newlove, scores a try in the corner, and that's what the Rover supporters like to see. That ball there flashing from left to right and finally from right to left. I thought Andy Fisher just left it that split second too long. It's all on Derek Fox getting that ball. That's all on now. Paul Newlove with the ball. Paul Newlove into space inside him, back inside there to Martin Pearson. Martin Pearson there to Paul Newlove. This is going to be a classic. Oh, that's a classic try. Paul Newlove scores a try in the corner. Through Derek Fox there, chipping that little ball through there. It's all on. Oh, it's a bad mistake. It's a try. It's a try to Rovers. Oh, he bounced on that ball there, did Paul Newlove. Out for it, Paul Newlove. Like a tiger. Being tackled there by Graham Sutherland. Now it's Trevor Clark with the ball there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Brendan Toulton. Back now there to Tim Sharp there to Derek Fox. But Derek Fox there getting out of two tackles. Gets up, plays the ball. Now Trevor Clark there taking this defence on there to Brendan Toulton. Brendan Toulton looking for runners. Brendan Toulton through the gap to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove going all the way. Paul Newlove straight between the posts for his second try of the match. That's marvellous play by Rovers. So the ball's in. It's out to Featherstone Rovers. Derek Fox with the ball there. Trying to use the blind side, but David Phil there made the tackle. So it's Brendan Toulton now. Brendan Toulton taking runs on. Brendan Toulton going through the gap. Brendan Toulton taking runs on. Back inside there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove going for the try. Paul Newlove. That was absolutely brilliant play that by Rovers. Brendan Toulton.
Worked tirelessly. Simpson now with another tilt at the line. He's looked dangerous whenever he's been in possession as well. The longer ball, they've not given up Featherstone by any means, and they've got chances here, all right. Casey, the long pass out for Newlove, he'll make it. Paul Newlove has really brought Featherstone back into it and kept the match alive. It's 26 points to 20 now.
Oh, now Leo Casey there, but all the Rovers players are overrunning there, back there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox there, floating ball out there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson there, trying to go back inside. Gets that ball back inside. I think it's Paul Newlove who scored in the corner.
Fox again, and they really have got their pecker up at the moment. And this is Tuta. Inspirational play from Tuta. Oh, what a score! Paul Newlove this time, and Rovers are rampant. Last couple of minutes at Post Office Road. Just to repeat the scoreline, because even I can hardly believe it. It's Featherstone 58, Halifax 18. That really is it, and Clark tries to stretch it even further. Oh, it's going to be another Featherstone score. They can almost take their pick. Who's going to get it? It's Paul Newlove, his second, and Featherstone going to the 60s.
Number there, Familo. And number 11, David Smith helping out. So it's Rovers now, 6 points adrift. But all the time in the world now, it's Crispin with the ball. Crispin through the gap. Crispin there taking them on to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson back inside there to Paul Newlove. That's a classic. That's a classic, is that? That's the way to answer him back. Chris Burton being tackled there by John Harrison and George Mann. It's about 10 yards from the halfway line, so Leo Case with the ball now to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove through the middle. That's good play by Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove going all the way. Paul Newlove's going all the way. Oh! Well, I can't describe that try by Paul Newlove. Absolutely sizzling. He's in the way that time. So Derek Fox with the ball there. Derek Fox there, that little kick throw. Paul Newlove gets to the ball. Scores the try, Paul Newlove. Marvellous thinking that by Derek Fox.
Up to the 22, and it's the last. Well, oh, a good one. Look at this. Just look at that. So easy. A cross kick by Derek Fox. The Batley defence slow to cover, and the scorer is Paul Newlove. Coming from the third division side at the moment. They've got the only second half try, but no. Well, how much longer will that last? Paul Newlove. Now, again, can Dyson do it? Not this time. Paul Newlove will score for Jeremy Dyson. Brilliant try by Paul Newlove. And just the gallant youths as they were and are known. And away they go again with Smale, Fox. A hat-trick for Paul Newlove, eh? Yes. And that's that.
Clark, Fox, this looks dangerous. Smale slipping it away, and Clark keeps the move going. He's got Bibb inside him, looking for a hat-trick, but the move is switched to the left, and this will be a Paul Newlove score for Featherstone, and that might be good enough to clinch it even as early as this.
And the Warrington defence really tackled there by Dwayne Mann. I think Warrington have missed more tackles in the past 20 minutes than I've seen the whole of the season. Switching the play very well indeed. Newlove again, runs into Drummond. Newlove finding it very easy to make ground, and another try scored. The Warrington players not happy with that.
That's Rovers' ball. Castleford losing possession. So Lee Whiteley there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove throw the gap. Paul Newlove taking St John Harris on. Paul Newlove going for the try line. Paul Newlove going all the way. Paul Newlove. Well, has anybody seen a try? I keep saying it, when Paul Newlove gets the try, Malcolm Reilly's camera's up here on the gantry. If Malcolm Reilly doesn't take Paul Newlove on the toe, after that try alone, he doesn't know what he's talking about, because that was absolutely unbelievable try-scoring feat by Paul Newlove. Went for it, but Alan Tate there that was a try-saving tackle on so it's Paul Newlove with the ball. Paul Newlove going to that try line. Has he scored? He scored the try! Paul Newlove scores the try in the corner. That was absolutely... Now Derek Fox now there to Leo Casey, now there to Tim Sharp. On the halfway line. So Gary Rose with the ball now there. Once again spotted the gap from Action half back there to Terry Manning. Terry Manning with the ball now there to Derek Fox. Derek Fox now there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove there. Can he score it? That was absolutely, once again I've got to say it, unbelievable. Because to Paul Newlove's strength, he was tackled 10 yards short of the try line.
Because when Derek Fox made the break from the scrum, Hanley's at stand-off half, there was no loose forward.
Great ball inside that time from Manning, and Smales wants to get past Gallagher. He's gone about 50 yards as Ian Smales. The fullback's tackle strong. And that's the third time that Featherstone have made this sort of a break. Newlove, and he's got Simpson outside him, and Newlove, he's there. Paul Newlove's got the first try of the afternoon for Featherstone Rovers. Well, Burton's worked very hard in the front row. He's an eager runner. And now it's Fox, so again Leeds are well covered over on that side, so there's no aim for Tutor, but Newlove might. Oh, what a try! Paul Newlove, that was pure brute strength.
And get her out of my way, Laurie Gibson. And Paul Newlove there. Is he going between the posts? I think he is. He is. This is another try of the season, and we've only just started the season. That was another unbelievable try there to Featherstone Rovers. We've waited and waited. Rovers, Brett Daunt there going for the try line there to Brendan Tutor. Brendan Tutor gets that ball out there. Paul Newlove takes it, second to third bounce, round his man, as easy as anything. Well, I wish I could make Yorkshire puddings as good as what Paul Newlove's got with the ball in his hands, because I'd be the best Yorkshire pudding maker in Yorkshire, if not in the world. Brilliant play by Brett Daunt. Now it's Martin Pearce, that little kick on, it's all on. Oh, he was impeded. Huey comes here getting back. Oh, he spilled the ball. Oh, scored. Paul Newlove scored the try. But Martin Pearson made that. He followed his own kick up. And Huey comes made a nash of it. Now they're to Ian Smales. Ian Smales through the gap. Ian Smales still going. Oh, he looked on the wrong side. Brendan Tutor on his left shoulder. Ian looked to the right. And Paul Newlove having to pick that awkward bouncing ball up. Paul Newlove making something out of nothing. Paul Newlove absolutely making a try out of nothing. Because that ball there from Tim Sharp. Tim Sharp now to Brendan Toulter. Brendan Toulter now to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher trying to run straight. Andy Fisher there gets that ball there to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson having to run back, to run forward. Trying to open his legs up, trying to look for the defence. Owen Simpson there gets that ball there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove now taking the ball on to Ikram Butt. Ikram Butt there comes back inside. Pushing men out of the way to Paul Newlove. Oh, that was a classic. That was a classic try that by Featherstone Rovers. Gets the ball out there, one-handed there to Gary Rose. Gary Rose there looking for them gaps. Gets the ball there to Richard Gunn. 2 metres from that London Crusaders try line. So it's Paul Newlove. Scores the try this time, Paul Newlove. That big left arm of his just reached over there from acting half-back. Drop out. Ball going over Martin Pearson's head. Martin Pearson turns round, picks it up just before Chris Bibb could get to it. So Martin Pearson on a flyer up the swing side. Gets that ball inside there to Owen Simpson. Magic play that by Martin Pearson. Floating the ball across. So it's Richard Gunn to Brett Dawn. Brett Dawn there to Andy Fisher. Andy Fisher there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove skating for his second try. And you will not see better rugby than that wherever you go. That was absolutely fantastic play. The ball back to Gunn's pass from acting half-back. Takes it that few metres further. Richard Gunn with the ball now there to Brett Dawn. Back to Martin Pearson. Martin Pearson there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove coming back inside. Paul Newlove going for a try. Paul Newlove going in for his hat-trick. Paul Newlove scores his hat-trick. That's pace and power fighting if ever you saw it from Paul Newlove. Oh, Chris Burton over the halfway line. Gary Rose there trying to straighten him. Gets the ball into Paul Newlove. This looks a try all over. Paul Newlove there going all the way. Oh, he's going to go underneath the post. He puts the ball down. Just about 15 metres away from that Swinton try line. Gets up, plays the ball. Wilson with the ball there, back inside there. Gets that ball there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove there, Paul Newlove in the corner. Scores a fantastic try for Rovers. Well, I've just said when they kicked off at half-time, the next Rovers wanted the next score, and Paul Newlove comes up trumps. Andy Fisher just about on that Carlisle 20-metre mark. Oh, George Dallas made the tackle. Now it's Paul Newlove with the ball for Featherstone Rovers. Paul Newlove through the gap. Paul Newlove punishing Carlisle. I won't say back tackling, but how many times do we see Paul Newlove do that? In the scrum, Featherstone seem to wheel the ball. Well, the Salford pack there just pushing Featherstone Rovers off the ball. Anyway, back to play now. Mark Wilson with the ball there. Mark Wilson now there to Owen Simpson. Being pushed back. David Young making the tackle. So the ball now there to Mark Wilson now there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove there. Bounces off one man. Paul Newlove through the gap. Paul Newlove in on a solo run. Paul Newlove, can he score? That's a try of the century. That is the try of the century by Paul Newlove. How many times do I keep saying that on this video? But that was absolutely unbelievable. He gets up, Richard Russ with the ball now there. So Tommy Martin, that big up and under, the ball's in the air. And it's all on, and Paul Newlove's after this ball. Paul Newlove's going to score here. I'll bet money on this. I'll bet money on it, and I'll win me money. I don't want me money that time. Paul Newlove there. Terrible mistake by Oldham. That big up and under there by Tommy Martin. Nobody on the Rovers side went for the ball. Naturally, they just wanted to see where the ball was coming down. The Oldham player punched the ball back. The ball went loose. Paul Newlove fly kicked the ball, and the ball went over the Oldham try line, and all Paul Newlove had to do was run like Linford Christie over the halfway line. Still going, gets the ball away there to Ikram Butt. Ikram Butt bouncing out of tackles, but Richard Russell finally makes the tackle on the Rovers wingman. Brett Dawn with the ball now there to Brendan Toulter. Brendan Toulter there now to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove pushes one tackle out of the way. Paul Newlove still going. Paul Newlove go behind the post ball. Well, once again, it's took a very, very, very special try by that Rovers number 4 there, Paul Newlove. So Brett Daunt with the ball now there to Brendan Tota, to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove skipping out to tackle, gets the ball there to Chris Bibb. Chris Bibb down the middle, Chris Bibb on the flyer. Good play by Paul Newlove and by Chris Bibb. Nice Richard Gunn. It's Brendan Tota to Paul Newlove. There's nobody will stop Paul Newlove. He's in for his hat-trick. He's in for his hat-trick. That pass there by from Brendan Tota to Paul Newlove went as sharp as an arrow there from Robin Hood's bow. And Paul Newlove took it in his stride and went over in the corner for his hat-trick. Feathers
came to nothing. Playing to Carter takes it up. Now that's quite good yardage, is that? We're almost on the halfway line. Brett Daunt gets it to Tota. That's an ambitious ball. Ball taken by Owen Simpson. And he's got the pace to take him in on the outside. That's a beautiful ball to Newlove. He's going for the line. A Sherman tank can't stop him, and he's scored. Now, Brendan Tota started that off. He knew that the Crusaders' defence had been sucked in. He knew that Owen Simpson had got the pace. Owen Simpson took the ball beautifully, used his pace, took his men on the outside. Great support and play by Paul Newlove, and nobody was going to stop him. Chips the ball out.
So Brett Daunt with that little dummy gets the ball out wide there. This could be something on here. Artie Pearson to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove absolutely tearing up that wing side. Out to one tackle, flies into the corner. Sensational try that by Rovers. One could see that coming off. And away from that try line, Wayne Takita gets the ball there to Ian Smales. Ian Smales there, that little dummy. Just wanted a long ball out, that's all it needed. Brett Daunt with the ball. Brett Daunt now there. Lovely ball there, beautiful ball. Absolutely magic pass that by Francis Maloney to put Paul Newlove in the clear. And all. Trying to punch holes in this front defence, but not just yet. So it's gets the ball there. Leo Casey to Owen Simpson. Owen Simpson! Oh, he's shot through the gap. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going all the way. He's tackled by Ian Pickavance. Unbelievable spin. It's Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove scores the try. He's been looking for that try. The crowd's been looking for Paul Newlove to score that try. And Paul Newlove does what he's doing best at, is scoring tries. First in the game for Paul Newlove. Featherstone Rovers 44, Swinton 0. Tricky condition in the middle of the field, and Leo Casey there. 3-man tackle there on Leo Casey. Leo Casey stuck to the ball. So it's Brett Daunt with the ball. Brett Daunt now there to Martin Pearson. Martin Pearson looking for support there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove goes in for the try. That's one of the best. Brett Daunt there, I think it was Brett Daunt, gave the ball there to Martin Pearson, shot through the gap there, and was there on his outside there. Paul Newlove going, it's good running by Wayne, gets the ball there to Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson there, shot it through the gap. Marvellous play by Wayne Takita. Good support play, so it's Brendan Tota now there to Brett Daunt. Brett Daunt now there. So Ian Smales there taking this defence on. Ian Smales gets the ball there to Ickenbutt. Ickenbutt there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove scores the try. Paul Newlove under the post. Ian Smales all the way. Brilliant play by Rovers. So that's the second tackle. So it's Wayne Takita, gets the ball up there for Mark Wilson, to Brett Daunt, to Brendan Tota, to Ian Smales. That was football at its best. Rovers really on a roll now. Now it's Brett Daunt. Brett Daunt now there to Francis Maloney. Francis Maloney to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove all the way. Paul Newlove, nobody stops Paul Newlove with that determination. And Oldham defence just went to pieces because Francis Maloney there shot through the gap. Who was on Francis Maloney's shoulder? No other than Rovers' top try scorer this season, Paul Newlove. and he took Wally Guston over the line with him to register Featherstone Rovers' second try of the match. Defence splitting run that by the Rovers number 1. So it's Francis Maloney to Paul Newlove. Nobody will stop him. Nobody will stop him. How many times have I said that this afternoon? But I meant it, because Paul Newlove got that ball once again off a Francis Maloney pass. Metres inside this London Crusaders half of the field. So Mark Wilson with the ball there. Mark Wilson there, back inside there to Brett Dawn. Brett Dawn through the gap. That's good when he gives the ball there to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove! Paul Newlove all the way! Oh, he says if you're having tries, Owen and Ikram, Paul's having some. And Paul did just that. He went all the way. And Nick Alififi there making the tackle. Rob was just about a metre inside their own half of the field. So it's Brendan Totes over the halfway line. This is good running by Brent. Good determined running by the Rovers loose forward. Marvellous 20-metre run that by Brendan Tote. Mark Wills with the ball now there to Brett Dawn to Martin Pearce, and Martin Pearce to Paul Newlove. Paul Newlove! Paul Newlove! Power there by Paul Newlove in at the corner, falling. Number 12 there, Glenn Prince makes the tackle, the ball out here now to Ian Smale, gives the ball there to Paul Newlove, in at the corner, and that's Paul Newlove's 100th try in his career for Featherstone Rovers.